Okay, so let's continue the discussion on the part 2 of our transmission line lecture, no? So let's answer problem number 7. So suppose it is required to match a 73 ohm antenna to a 600 ohm feeder line at frequency of 150 megahertz. Determine the characteristic impedance of the quarter wave transformer that should be used. No? So for this particular problem, no, so we are given, no, ano ba yung mga given natin? Yan. So given, our load impedance, no, so that is 73 ohms. Kasi yun yung i-match natin, no. So we are required to match a 73 ohm antenna, and that is our load, no, for our transmission line. So this is 73 ohms. Okay, wait lang, usip ko lang yung no, medyo kapalan natin ng onte. Ayan. Okay. So, try ko lang. Again, no, let me rewrite. Yan na lang natin dito. Ayan. Okay, so, again, so our given, no, so based from the problem, okay, so we are required to match a 73 ohm, no, so that is our ZL. Yan. 73 ohm antenna, no, to a 600 ohm feeder line. So that is that is our characteristic impedance. Ayan. Kaya na pa yung mga ibang given, no? Of course, our frequency, no? So, for the frequency, sabi dito, this is 150 megahertz. Ayan. Okay, so, ano yung unknown natin? So, we are asked to find, based from the problem, ayan, so we are asked to find the characteristic impedance of a quarter wave transformer. No? So, yung ating ZO prime ang pinapahanap. From the previous discussion, we have discussed, no, the formula for the characteristic impedance or the general impedance given the characteristic impedance and the load impedance. No? So our ZO prime, this is equivalent to the square root, okay, of our ZO multiplied to the load impedance. No? So this is simply the square root of 600 multiplied to 73 ohms. Ayan. So, of course, no, lagay natin yan sa ating calculator. For our calculator, no, so we have the square root of, tingin kayo dito sa may lower right, no, 600 times 73, lower left pala, sorry. So that is 10 square root of 438. Okay, or simply, no, in decimals, this is what? So this is 209.284 ohms. Ayan. So this is our answer. Na ganun lang po ka simple. Okay, so ayun ano, kita naman I hope kita yung ating calculator, no? So sige, teka, try ko lakihan. Wait lang. Ayan. No, so medyo matatakpan lang yung part mo sa solution. Okay, sige. No, so I hope malinaw, no, for problem number 7. Okay, so let's go to problem number 8. Ayan, ito yung solution niya. So, problem number 8, no, so a lossless transmission line with ZO is equal to 50 ohms is terminated to a load impedance of 20 minus J 80 ohms. Now, so what is the VSWR and the distance of the first voltage minima from the load? Okay, so for this problem, meron ba akong ano dito? Okay, wala tayong diagram. Okay, sige. So, for this problem, balik tayo dun sa ating board. Okay. Ayan. So, for this problem, ano yung given natin? No? So, we have our ZO. Ayan. So, we have Our ZO is 50 ohms. Our ZL or our load impedance, ZO is the characteristic impedance, no? So 20 minus J80 ohms. No, so yan yung mga given natin, no? So ano yung unknown natin, no? What is the VSWR and the distance, no? So the VSWR at saka yung distance of the first voltage minima. So we'll write this as T min. No? Yeah. Okay, so for the solution, yeah. So for the solution, no, so let's first before we compute for the VSWR, kasi gagamitin natin alin yung absolute value ng reflection coefficient. So we need first to solve for the reflection coefficient. So the reflection coefficient, okay? So this is ZO, sorry, ZL minus ZO over ZL plus ZO. Ayan yung formula natin for the reflection coefficient. So let's just plug the given, no? So we have 20 minus GET, okay, minus 50 ohms over 20 minus GET plus 50 ohms. Ayan. Okay, so if we're going to compute for this, no, going to solve, so this will be negative 30 minus GET over, so that is 70 minus J80. So plug lang natin yan sa calculator. So we have negative 30 minus 80i. Ayan, over. So that is 70 minus 80i. Ayan. So this is, let me convert this into phasor form. Okay, so this is, ayan, equivalent to 0.804 angle bar negative 61.742 degrees. No, so ito yung ating reflection coefficient. No, so but again, we are just after the magnitude. No, so anong kukunin natin? This one lang. No, for us to be able to solve for the SWR or the VSWR. No, so our VSWR or simply our SWR, again, this is equal to 1 plus the absolute value of the reflection coefficient over 1 minus the absolute value of the reflection coefficient, which the absolute value of the reflection coefficient yung ating 0.84, no? So we have 1 plus 0.804 over 1 minus 0.804. Ayan. So using the calculator, no? So we can store this into A. No? So we have 1 minus the absolute value of A because that's our reflection coefficient plus, sorry, this is plus pala. Ayan. So then we have 1 minus the absolute value of A. Ayan. Which is equal to 9.912. 191 pala, sir. 191. So this is unitless since this is ratio. No, so our SWR is unit. Okay, so that's for the SWR. Now, no, so let's now look at the distance, no, of the voltage minima. So drawing ko lang, no, yung ating assumed transmission line. Ayan. So suppose this is our ZL. Okay? And of course, we know, no, na yung ating sinusoidal wave, yung ating electromagnetic wave, travels like this. Ayan. No, so the voltage minima, no, the voltage minima, the first voltage minima, we're going to plot it here. We'll just change the color. Ayan. So this is our V. Then of course, no, yung itong nasa taas is the Vmax. Then again, this is also Vmin. Okay? So this distance from, let's say, from here going here is lambda over. Okay? So yan yung hahanapin natin. What is the distance from ZL, okay, from this point going here? Ayan. No, so from the ZL going to the voltage minima. Okay, so the formula for this, the formula that we're going to use is ano? Ayan. Our D min, okay, this is equal to the angle, okay, the theta in radians times lambda over 4 pi. So of course our angle in radians should be greater than 0. Now, ito yung gagamitin natin formula for this particular problem. Okay? So, ayan. So, let's compute, no? So, D min, ayan, is equal to, what is our lambda, rather our theta in radian. No, so first let us convert, change this into radian. Ayan, kasi naka-degree ako kanina, remember, di ba? Kaya nga yung sagot ko kanina dito is naka-degree. Ayan o, naka-degree. So, para at least, pagka in-evaluate natin or pag kinuha natin ulit yung value ng okay, then convert natin into phasor form, ayan, makukuha na natin yung radiant equivalent niya. Remember that this is our reflection coefficient. 0.804 angle bar negative 1.077 radians. Yung kanina kasi, yung na-compute natin, the same lang yun, same lang yung value, pero naka-degree. No, naka-degree. Dito kasi sa formula natin, kailangan naka-degree. So, yung theta natin, again, no, in complex numbers, no, this is our modulus. Okay, this is our argument. So, our argument, no, yung ating theta, no, so, we have negative 1.077, okay, so plus 2 pi. Bakit kailangan natin mag plus 2 pi? Kasi negative yung nakuha nating radian value. And remember, the condition is the radian value should be greater than 0. No, so para makuha natin. So we have lambda over 4 pi. So hindi natin alam kung ano yung value ng lambda. Remember, di ba, hindi naman sinabi kung ano yung frequency. So we're just going to put lambda as this. So ano na lang i-compute natin? Yung coefficient ng lambda. So we have negative, or well, we have our value. So let's just use the argument. Okay, argument of A plus 2 pi over 4 pi. Yeah, so we have 0.414 lambda. No? So yan yung pinaka-unit natin. Okay, so I hope malinaw, no? So, for the Dmax naman, no, let's say kunwari sa problem, ang tinatanong is the Dmax. Okay, so to compute for the Dmax, so ito yung formula natin. So Dmax is equal to Dmin, the minimum distance, plus lambda over 4. Now, if the Dmin, okay, if the Dmin is less than lambda over 4. Paano pagka greater than? So, minus lang yung gagawin. So, if Dmin is greater than lambda over 4. Ayan. So, we're going to use positive values for this since we're talking about distance. No? Ayan. Okay, so I hope malinaw no for this part. Okay, so let's go to problem number. Okay, so a lossless transmission line having a characteristic impedance of 73 ohms, a typical characteristic impedance to match the feed line, okay, sorry, wrong spelling yung line, impedance of a half-wave dipole. No? So yung ating antenna is a half-wave dipole. The VSWR is 3.50. The distance between the successive minima of the pattern is 45.5 cm, and the first voltage minimum is 36.8 cm from the load terminals. Determine the value of the load impedance terminating the line. Okay, so let's go back dun sa ating board. No? Ayan. So, again, ano yung mga given natin? Ayan. Oh, sorry. Usog ko. Ayan. So, ano yung mga given natin? So, we have ZO is 73 ohms. No? Of course, no, ano yung nahanap natin? ZL. No? So, unknown ZL. Mali pa yung spelling ko na unknown. Ayan. Okay, so, ano yung mga given natin? No? So, we have our VSWR, which is stated to be 3.5 or 3.50. Wala naman yung masyadong difference. Okay? So, sabi dito, no, the first voltage minimum, the distance between the successive minima of the pattern is 45.5 cm. So, we can compute for lambda using this. So, we have our lambda over 2. Kasi remember, di ba, dun sa ating wave. Yeah, mamaya to. Discuss ko muna paano natin ako. Okay, assuming that this is our transmission line. Ayan. Okay, so, in the wave, no? So, pag sinabi nating the distance between successive minima, okay, so let's say, ayan. So, remember this is the minima. The first minima. And this is the second minima. And the distance between this, okay, I mean, there's something in between dito na ano to, voltage maxima. So, going back, the distance between the Vmin and the Vmax is what? Lambda over 4. Meaning the distance between Vmin and another Vmin is 2 times lambda over 4, which is lambda over 2. No? Doon natin kukunin yung lambda over 2. And sabi, yung lambda over 2, this is equivalent to 45.5 cm. Sabi. No? So, and our lambda, no, from this formula, lambda is 91 cm. Okay? So, Dmin, ating Dmin, no, another given. So, yun yung 36.8 cm. Ayan. Okay, so, first, no, let us compute. Okay, let us compute for the reflection coefficient. Okay, so meron tayong given na VSWR, di ba? So remember our VSWR, the formula for the VSWR. This is 1 plus the absolute value of gamma over 1 plus, or rather minus, the absolute value of gamma. No, so we're going to use yung value ng VSWR natin. So that is 3.5 is equal to 1 plus absolute value of gamma. Treat it as if it is a single variable. Now treat it without the absolute value. Okay, 1 minus absolute value of gamma. Which from this, no, we can solve. No, balik tayo sa calculator natin. So we have 1 plus, let's say, x. That is our absolute value of the gamma. And then 1 minus x is equal to 3.5. So let's just shift solve. No? I'm sorry, wala palang shift solve sa complex. Ang i-write ko lang. So we have 1 plus x over 1 minus x is equal to 3.5 or 3.50. No, it's just the same. Okay, so shift solve for the value of x0 equals. So we have 0.556 approximately. Yeah. So this is our absolute value of gamma. Remember that gamma is equivalent to R Engelbar theta. Ano pa na nakukuha natin? Yung R pa lang. Diba? Hindi pa natin alam kung ano to. The argument of gamma. No, so, yun yung isa pang isosolve natin. So, with that, okay, ano yung pwede natin gamitin? So, that is d min, okay, is equal to the argument in radians, okay, times the distance, no, 91 cm natin, over 4 pi. So remember na natin yung radians, no? So, yung theta in radians. So, palitan lang natin sa d min ng 36.8 cm. Then we have times 4 pi over 91 cm. So, of course, magka-cancel na to. And this will be in radians. So, therefore, we have 36.8 times 4 pi over 91 cm. So, this is 5.082 radians. This is our theta. No? So therefore, the reflection coefficient, okay, same as ayan. So therefore, the reflection coefficient is equal to, ano yung ano natin? So we have 0.556. Engelbar 5.082 radians. So dapat naka-radian ang calculate. Okay, so ano ang tinatanong nga again based from the problem? So ZL, di ba? ZL yung tinatanong. If you can remember that the reflection coefficient is equal to what? ZL minus ZO over ZL plus ZO. Diba yun yung formula natin? And if we're going to remanipulate this, okay, and look for the value of ZL, so ZL is equal to ZO times 1 plus the reflection coefficient over 1 minus the reflection coefficient. Okay, so makukompute natin yung ZL natin na hinahanap natin. So our ZO So that is 73. Okay, times. So we have 1 plus 0.556 angle bar 5.02. 082 pala. Over 1 minus 0.556 angle bar 5.082 pala. So, okay, let's compute in the calculator. So we have 73 times 1. You can store yung complex number natin. Pero ako didiretso ko na. So, sige nga, store ko na. 0.556 angle bar 5.082. So you don't need to put radian yung ganito. So, ayan. Yung, pag nakato kasi ganyan, radian yan. Pagka yung 1 may bilog sa degree, you didn't need to put that because the calculator is already on radian mode. So, equals sheet STOA. So, then we have 73 times 1 plus A because that's our complex number. 1 minus A. So this is, we have 55. Okay, then convert lang natin into phasor form. Ayan. So this is in radian ha, do not forget. So therefore, Z sub L is equal to 100.236 angle bar negative 0.983 radians. So this is in, since we are talking about load impedance. Okay, so I hope malinaw, ano? So, ano lang natin? No, in rectangular form, ito yung sagot. 0.578 minus J 83.416 ohms. No? Parehas lang po yan. Parehas lang po. Okay? So, I hope malinaw, no? So, let's talk about voltage and current relationships. So, ayusin ko lang. Okay. So, let's talk about current voltage relationship, no? In relation dun sa sinod natin. You just have to identify, yung mga parts, kung saan you will be able to find the minimum impedance and the maximum impedance, no? So, using saan? No, using the current graph. No, in this, for example, no, for this particular given, no, for this particular illustration, so you will be able to identify, okay, yung kung nasaan si Zenith and si Zmax. So, basta lagi nyo tatandaan, every lambda over 4, no, nagkakaroon na tayo ng impedance inversion. No? So, from max magiging minimum, from minimum magiging maximum, every lambda over 4. Okay, so yun yung mga one important concepts, no, for current and voltage relationship. No, so for problem number 10, no, sabi dito, when a 75 ohm lossless transmission line with VSWR of 2.8 was shorted, okay, the minimum voltage minimum moves 30 degrees towards the generator. Determine the load impedance terminating this transmission line. Okay, so how we're going to solve this, no? So let's first draw, no? I-drawing lang muna natin. Okay. So okay, let's say this particular source is our generator, our signal generator. And sabi, no, so let's just segment this particular transmission line into several parts, no. Assuming they are equal, no. Assuming equal yung segmentation natin. Ayan. So this is our Vmax. This is our Vmin. Then again, Okay, since the distance here is lambda over 4, as well as here, so kakaroon tayo ng impedance inversion. Say this is Vmax, also lambda over 4. Okay, then this is our V. Oops. Ayos ko lang. Ayan. Okay, so of course the ZL is unknown. Kaya ano pa? No, so, sabi no, the voltage minimum moves pagkatapos i-short, no, pagkatapos i-short, nag-move ng 30 degrees towards the generator, yung ating voltage minimum. So, dito, okay, so, the distance between the load, okay, is 30 degrees. No, pagka-short, sabi. Okay? So, yeah. The distance from here, going here, this is lambda over 4 or 9, lambda over 2, or that is 90 degrees. Now, so, meaning, okay, with this, okay, pagka-move, no, 30 degrees towards the generator, okay, meaning the angle, yung ating C, no, this will be so this is 60 degrees. Ayan. Okay? So, how are we going to compute this, no? So, ayan. Wait, ano yung mga given natin? So, aside dun sa drawing natin, we have a 75 ohm lossless transmission line. So, this is our ZO. Okay, then VSWR is 2.8, no? And then, ang pinapahanap is our ZL. Okay, so solution. So, our Z is equal to ZO. If you can remember this formula. Okay, so we have RL plus JZO tangent beta L over ZO plus J RL tangent beta L. So, again, ano ang pinapahanap natin dito? No, so, our ZL, no, yun yung hinahanap. So, say, I am going to multiply this with 1 over ZO over 1 over ZO. Okay, for us to convert, di alin, yung ating RL into SWR. Kasi yun yung given natin, wala naman tayong load impedance na hinahanap. Diba? I mean, na-given, no? Na resistive load rather not the load impedance. The resistive load, no? So, we can do this, okay? RL over ZO, this is equal to the VSWR. Ayan. Okay, or the SWR. So we have ZO. So we have RL over ZO, so that is SWR. Plus J, ZO over ZO is 1. So J tangent beta na lang. Tangent beta L. Over, so ZO over ZO is 1. Plus J SWR tangent beta L. Ayan. So yan yung formula na gagamitin natin. Okay, so where our reference is the minimax. So, dito kasi yun eh, no? Ayan, no? Vmax yung susunod natin. Ito. Okay? So, this will be, so our ZL is equal to, no? So, ZO, that is 75, times, what's our SWR? So, that's 2.8. Plus J tangent of, alin? So, since this is ZL, no? And ang ating load impedance is on the right, no? On the right. So we're going to use negative 60. Okay, kasi after nung natin yung rather before mag-load impedance yung T natin, no. So para sa mga nalilito, no? Okay, so we have this over 1 plus J 2.8 tangent of negative 60 degrees. So therefore, ZL box ko lang to para hindi makalimutan. Okay, reference natin dito yung Vmax ha. Ayan, para lang doon sa nalilito. So ZL is, so let's use our calculator. So we have 75 times 2.8 plus tangent of negative 60. If you're evaluating degrees but you are in radian mode, you can use this. Ayan. Para alam ng calculator, okay, naka-degree yan. So, hindi ko siya treat as if it is a radian measure. Okay? So, tangent of negative 60 degrees again. And pi. So, this is equal to 34.258 plus J 36.237. So, of course, this is in ohms. Ayan. Okay? So, meron pang isang way to solve this. Okay? Kapag ang reference mo naman is the Vmin. Pag ang reference mo ang Vmin, okay, so this is, ano magbabago? Kapag reference mo ay Vmin, of course, yung angle. Magbabago yung angle. No? So, how are we going to compute for the angle? No? So, that is you're going to subtract, no? Kapag ang reference ang Vmin, same formula. Sorry, baliktad. Okay, so pag ang reference, remember, no, dun sa kanina, balikan natin. Ang Vmin natin, yung nearest Vmin natin is here, after pa ng load. No? So what we're going to do is, so our P will be, yung given natin kanina, ano yung given natin? So that is 60 minus 90. So, ang gagamitin natin is negative 150 degrees. Okay, so minus 90 lagi. Dun sa, or dito sa P na ginamit natin. So, that's minus 60. Okay, so this will be, ano yung ZO natin? 75 times ito, magbabaliktad. 1 plus J 2.8 tangent ng negative 150 degrees over 2.8 plus J tangent ng negative 150 degrees. Ayan. Okay, so let's compute. So So we have 75 times 1 plus 2.8 tangent of negative 150 degrees I, of course, over 2.8 plus tangent of negative 150 degrees then times IS. Okay, so this is of the same value. Out of 5/8. Yeah, no. So let's take a look at them, no? So they are the same. So again, you have just to take note of kung nasaan yung reference. Kung nasa Vmin ba or nasa Vmax. No, so paano ninyo titingnan, no? Dito sa taas. Ayan. No, you have just have to segment. No? Start kayo with Vmax, Vmin, Vmax, then Vmin. Okay? So, yun. I hope, no, medyo nakatulong ang episode ko. Okay, let's have number 11. When a 180 degree 75 ohm lossless transmission with VSWR of 2.8 was opened naman. The voltage maximum moves 45 degrees towards the load. So, determine the sending impedance of the transmission line. So, kung kanina load, no, ito naman is the input impedance. Okay? So, let me draw. This is our original transmission line. Tama. So, this will be yan. So, of course, this will be Vmax. Nasabi, no, the distance between the Vmax and the Vmin is 90 degrees. Okay, or lambda over 4. Diba? This is Vmin. Ayan. So, the distance from the load going to the first Vmax is 45 degrees. Okay? So, that the entire distance is 180 degrees. Okay, sabi mag-o-open, no? I-open natin yung line. Yeah. So, pagka-open ng line, ano sabi natin pagka-open ng line? So, ayun. Nawala yung 45, yung load nun after ng 45 degrees. And remember, this is 180 still. Ayan, this is 90. No, 45, then 45 din yun. Ayan, paras. Okay, so, let's use this one. No? So, using our formula, no, with Vmin as the reference, wait lang. Ayan. So, ano yung mga given natin? So, we have our characteristic impedance, VSWR. Then, yung drawing natin. So, ang nahanap is the input. So, Zin is equal to Zo multiplied to 1. So, this is for, For ang reference ay Vmin. Ayan. Okay, so substitute. So, ano gagamitin natin dito? So, this will be 45 degrees. Ayan. So, reference is Vmin. Let's use our calculator. So we have 75 times 1 plus 2.8. Tangent ng 45 degrees, of course. Since naka-radian tayo, do not forget the degree symbol. 2.8 plus tangent 45 degrees. So this is and so therefore we have, so Z in Dow is 47.511 plus J 58.032. Ayan. So using Vmax as ref, okay, using Vmax as ref, so syempre mag-iiba yung ano natin, no, gagamitin natin. So this is ZO times SWR plus J tangent theta L over 1 plus J SWR tangent theta. So we have 75 times. So our VSWR is 28, 2.8 rather. Then plus J. So anong gagawin natin? Dun sa given natin na 45 degrees, mag-a-add lang tayo ng 90 degrees. Mag-add tayo 90 degrees. So that is 45 plus 90, so that's 135 degrees. So we have 135 degrees para dito. Ayan. Okay, so input natin sa calcu. Then we have 2.8 plus tangent of 135 degrees over 1 plus 2.8 tangent ng 135 degrees. Okay, so this is the same. No? Same lang yung value na makukuha. So our Zane is 47.511 plus J 58.032. Okay, so that's how we compute for problem number 7. Okay, so stay tuned, no, for the next lesson, no? So last part naman na yun, no? So ano na pa, sige, let's discuss, no? Power relationship. So for us to get the power, no, power in a transmission line, okay, so we have the absolute power. So that is the power, incident power, okay, minus the reflected power. Remember, meron tayo reflected waves, no? So yung if we have an incident wave, no, going from the generator to the load, okay, meron doon part ng wave na babalik, no? Ganun din dito, no? So the incident power, meron power na nire-reflect, okay? And the absolute power is what? The power used or consumed by the load. No? So the condition here is that the ZL must not be equal to Z. No? So yun yung condition natin. So ito yung another formula, no? So we can use this, the absolute power, so equals to 1 minus the modulus of the reflection coefficient squared, okay, times the incident power. Ideally, SWR is 1 and the reflection coefficient is 0. But of course, hindi naman yung palagi nangyayari. Tama? Okay. Sorry, hindi ko pala napakita yung... Yan, ito yung sinasabi ko. So, ito yung sa transmission, then ito yung formula. Ginagamit. Okay, sige. So, a transmitter delivers 50 watts into a 600 ohm lossless line that is terminated with an antenna that has an impedance of 275 ohms. Resistive. Okay, resistive. How much power reaches the antenna? Okay, so yung power na tinutukoy dito is the absolute power. Okay, so let's compute. So given, ano mga given natin? So that is incident power, 50 watts. ZO is 600 ohms. Okay, then we have our resistive load, no, RL. So that is 275 ohms. Sorry. Ayan. Okay, so of course, ano yung hinahanap? Absolute power. Okay, so our reflection coefficient, no, solution. So for our reflection coefficient, no, so this is equal to 275 minus 600. So RL minus ZO over 275 plus 600. Since this is purely resistive, na wala tayong makukuha ang imaginary part dito, no? Purong whole number lang. So this is equal to 0.370. No? So yun na natin. Calculate natin. Double check. So we have 275 minus 600 by over 275 plus 600. Ayan. So that is, sorry. Ayan. So negative 0.3721. But since we are after, no, yung ating absolute, so apply lang natin yung absolute dito. The modulus, no, so this is 0.371. Okay, so hence now we can compute for the absolute power. No, so the absolute power, okay, so this is equivalent to 1 minus this squared times the, ano yung 50 natin? Okay, the power, no? The incident power. So we have 1 minus 0.371 squared times 50 watts. Okay, so this is equivalent to, so start natin to with A. So we have 1 minus absolute of A squared. Okay, then we have times 50. And so this is the power absolute power is 43.102 watts. Okay, so another solution is we can use the SWR, no? So paano natin mako-compute, no? So we have our SWR is equivalent to that is 1 plus, double check natin. I forgot the formula. Ayan. Sorry na anto. Ayun. May SWR natin. Ayun. So 1 plus absolute ng R over 1 minus absolute. So, our our SWR, no? So, assuming nasa A pa rin naman yung ating reflection coefficient, so that is 1 plus. So, sir, kailangan ko pa rin ba i-absolute kahit whole number na? Yes, kasi katulad nito, no, may effect yung sign kasi negative yung nakuha nating A. Diba? So, kailangan natin pulin yung absolute. So, this is ilan? So, we have 24 over 11. So, this is ayan. Or, okay, so let's use this formula, no? So, for EABS using SWR, so this is equivalent to 4 SWR over 1 plus the SWR squared. No, so this is, sorry, power incident. So this is 4 times 24 over 11 over 1 plus 24 over 11 squared. Okay, times 50. Okay, so store lang natin si 24 over 11, no? Ito yun. Store natin sa B. No? So, B yung gamitin natin. So, we have 4B. Sorry. Ayan, 4B over 1 plus B squared. Okay, times B. So, this is equivalent to, ayan, the same, no? 43.102 watts. Parehas. Okay, so I hope you guys learned something, no, with this lesson. So, pasensya na medyo mahaba. Okay, so I hope may natutunan, no? So, that's it. Thank you very much for listening. Stay safe and God bless.